team. We've got a win in the test match. Can't believe it. How exciting. And it was seriously exciting. It was bonkers, and oh my word, hasn't life moved very, very quickly since the winter and the dismalness of Australia and the West Indies. So, Brendan's come in. Oh, did I get that in the right order? I don't think I have I? We've got Stokes first, then we've got Brendan McCullum coming in, put together their team, and we then go to Lord's to play against New Zealand, who, yes, they are the ICC World Test Champions. I think we've played really well. I think they've played well. I think there's more to come from both teams, but there's so much to talk about. So I'll try and do my very best to cover it all. If I miss something, please do make some notes in the comments section below. I know you will. 17 wickets first day. That was interesting, wasn't it? Everything sort of happened in an absolute mad frenzy. Lots of good bowling. Batters probably look like they've been playing some white ball cricket, he says, maybe. And then they came out, New Zealand came out and put us under lots of pressure as well, didn't they? So that was quite interesting. We didn't react brilliantly to that and ended up with a small lead. Going back to day one, we had Potts coming in for us. Interesting selection in terms of he's the next cab on the rank, I suppose, from the fast bowling fraternity. Bowled really well in county championship stuff, taken lots of wickets, form horse, and did really well. Wow, what a great debut first day, wasn't it? I think interesting to note really here that with Anderson, Broad and Potts, when it got flatter, wickets became a little harder to come by, and we had to work a lot harder. And who was then going to take on the enforcer role of bowling the short balls and the Yorkers and seeing if they could hurry things up and chase things up. Now, if none of them, including Stokes in that, are above 90 miles an hour or in that bracket like a Wood or an Archer, it becomes a bit more difficult to change things around, a bit of an X factor. But I think you've just seen a three and a bit day test, so I can't say too much. But it was just something of interest to note. If we get some real flat wickets, we might have to tweak our bowling attack a little bit. But anyway, just a little thought. And oh my word, don't you have to feel sorry for Jack Leach. Poor lad can't buy anything, can he? Can't buy an opportunity to play a test in this country. But when one door closes, another one opens. And Matt Parkinson came in and fully deserved his opportunity. And good luck to him. It was lovely to watch him bowl, lovely to watch him have a go at this level. It'd be lovely to see how he gets on. I don't quite know how the concussion protocols will go in leading up to the next test, so maybe he gets another go as well, and that would be great. I think it's a really good opportunity for them as well. So, and then we sort of meander into the rest of the game. Which again was just very exciting, with Mitchell scoring 100 and looking really solid, Blundell doing exactly the same, and just looked really solid. And then of course out comes Broady with a team hat-trick. I mean, that's just frighteningly silly, isn't it? Just incredible. So gets on a roll, just keeps going and going and going, and we end up with a little bit of an opportunity to, the game's not too far away from us, a 300, a 350. We're still in it. And then, of course, we're always going to come down to the batting bit, because that's the bit we have struggled with in recent times. And Lees looked very comfortable, but made a bit of a misjudgment. I tell you what, there's some talking points there of when he stands on that off-stump guard. Please let us know what you think about that. Now, I'm a coach, so I'm not going to tell you what I think, because I think everybody else has, especially if you listen to all the commentary. But I'd love to know what you thought about it. So anyway, Lees. Moving down to Pope. Pope's got to score runs at some point. And I suppose it's the obvious thing to say to all the batters, but they do. Johnny Bairstow doesn't necessarily have to score runs, because he's got a couple of credits in the bank with his good record in the West Indies and in Australia too. So him at 5. Be interesting to see if they want to tinker with Bairstow and Brook for the next one. But anyway, we've digressed, haven't we? We're going away from Root and Stokes and that partnership and that fantastic effort. Fantastic effort, wasn't it? Saturday night, brilliant partnership, changing the impetus of the game. Patel's left arm spin, gets whacked a couple of times, creates opportunities. There was I can't believe how many opportunities were around on Saturday. Again, it felt like a day where 17 wickets could have fallen. There was lots going on. That ball was moving around all day. And I kind of feel like when we got to the end of the day with Folkes, with Root, Root has played beautifully again. And you can't keep overstating that. It was quite interesting that coming back the following day, murkier conditions, the ball didn't do as much, and it all kind of seemed like Saturday night was the night. Wouldn't it have been lovely to have put the lights on and carried on to a finish? But I guess you don't have to do that, do you? You can come back the following day in Test cricket, and that's the tough bit. I think New Zealand were really getting stuck in. I think England were getting stuck in. I thought the fight was there and the battle was there. And then Sunday was kind of like, do you know what? Everything got started and England just got themselves on a roll and New Zealand couldn't stop it. But then I guess sometimes we can't stop Root when he's scoring runs. And Folkes did a super job as well. Must keep mentioning that because he's obviously a good player, and and there's been a little bit of talk about Butler and Moeen Ali from the retirement or not in the team type scenario, making themselves a little bit more, I guess, available to play. So yeah, I thought New Zealand were very, very good, and there's more to come from them. I liked Jamieson. He looks a seriously good bowler. Bolt and Southey are fantastic. They're Broad and Anderson, but however many years younger, aren't they? They really are. They're super, super bowlers. De Grandhomme, I thought that was a little bit of a shame because, him getting injured, I think it just missed. They missed out on that extra bowler when he got injured in the second innings, and that was a great shame for them because he's a good bowler in English conditions, and he bowled well on the first day as well, didn't he? So interesting makeup of the teams for the next one. Be interesting to see if they go with maybe an enforcer type seamer, somebody that's going to bang it in, bowl a bit faster. Wagner for them. Not sure who would do that for us. Maybe somebody would take on that role. But yeah, what a great game of cricket. Really exciting to see some good cricket played. Lovely to see us play some positive cricket. And you just feel that we've got it all started. Who knows where it'll finish with the Stokes and McCullum era, but we've got our start, and it was at Lord's, home of cricket. Well, no better place to have played that first one for both of them, I think. Well, they were my thoughts. I did ramble on a bit, but there was a heck of a lot to talk about, and it was very interesting and very exciting. Let us know what you think in the comments section below. Do give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channels, do all that usual jazz. I'm off to carry on drinking my coffee.